Welcome back to the Heat Check Podcast, episode 51. I am your host, Chris Patrick, and we are back at it, boys, for our June 2026 recording live from the Valley Sports Plug Studios. I have joining me today, Max Kepler's drug dealer, VSP Tallman.
Oh, my God.
Oh, what's going on? That was a good one. That was a really,
Thank you.
a really good one.
That was like on the fly.
Yeah,
The last minute ones are sometimes the best. But how's he? He's back. He's back in the lineup.
He's not back. He's here for the first time.
Well, here for the first, but back in the MLB.
He's back playing baseball again. And
Do you take any responsibility for the suspension, or?
No, of course not.
I love the follow-up.
It's not my
questions.
fault.
But glad to have you here, Tallman. I know this will be a little bit of a shorter stream due to some time constraints, and just it's the summer, guys. There's not a whole lot. Like, there's a lot going on, but there's also not a lot going on. We're gonna keep it it's gonna be basically a baseball stream today, baseball pod, because we might not get to talk about baseball much in June of 2027, so we got to get it in now. But our second chair, Michael Benjamin, out. We gave him the day off. A rare Heat Check Podcast day off for Mr. Benjamin. But in his place, his stead, we have Friday night softball league legend, Mr. T Jr. Matt joining us.
It feels good to get the bullpen call filling in for Big Mike here. So it's a little different. There's some big shoes, literally, to fill.
Literally
big shoes to fill. But we'll make it short and sweet. It's kind of that dull lapse of anything real exciting going on in the sports world. So
yeah, it's like, I think Mike asked me on one of our streams last week or the week before. He was like, "Are we in the dog days of summer?" I'm like,
absolutely
getting there.
Yeah,
getting there.
1,000%.
Yep.
Last weekend, I think, or the weekend before, was like the official start of summer and the summer solstice, and we were feeling it, dude. It was like 112 earlier this week. Mike told us he was out there golfing at Whirlwind. He played 9, and he was like by the
Western
eighth,
Skies.
or Western Skies.
Yeah.
There you go. And by the Whirlwind would be a little bit different.
That'd be.
And he was like by the 8th or 9th. Oh, you getting the call? You getting the call?
No,
from the
I'm
bullpen?
getting my mother is calling me.
Yeah. Mama's calling. All right. Well, we'll get back to you. We'll get back to you, Sharon. But yeah, it's hot. The summer's heating up, and so is the MLB season. We're about halfway through, so we're going to get into some of the proposals that have come down the pipe from the MLB and the MLB Players Association. They had a meeting in New York this last week to discuss some of the things and see if they can get on the same page. It seems like they're still pretty far apart on that. We'll check in, of course, on your Arizona Diamondbacks. It's the official midseason check-in. They are 41-40 at time of recording. We got the Game 2 of the Tampa Bay Rays series on as we record this, and is 1-1 right now in the bottom of the third. So already some blunders, but the young gun, Jose Cabrera, making his second start. I was at the game on Father's Day when he had his first start. Had a great outing.
Oh, yeah.
But the bats didn't show up, which has been a common trend. So we'll talk about all that. But before we do, I want to thank anyone who's listening to the podcast or watching it on YouTube. We record this podcast, the Heat Check Podcast, once a month here in person in the Valley Sports Plug Studios. And we do a live stream on our YouTube channel every Tuesday night around 7 p.m. So make sure you like and subscribe all over on YouTube and hit that notification bell so you can see when we go live and when we post new videos like this. And of course, audio only on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, pretty much anywhere you listen to podcasts, you can find Valley Sports Plug. And last, if you want to keep up to date with everything going on Valley Sports related and with Valley Sports Plug, follow us at AZ_VSP on Instagram, X, TikTok, pretty much anywhere. If you're confused, all of our links will be in the description below, or just Google Valley Sports Plug. It's crazy. We show up like first on the search results. It's pretty awesome.
Dude, that was a mouthful, Chris.
I know. I'm getting my spiel down pretty good.
You are like Dan Patrick.
I almost sound like a podcaster now. Yeah.
Pretty low.
It's about fucking time.
I know, right? 4 years into this, we're finally getting it going. But fellas, like I said, time's short, so let's get straight to the meat and potatoes here. Starting off with the MLB and the MLB Players Association. I think I might just call them the Players Association to refer, because trying to say MLBPA and like all these acronyms, it just gets to be a mouthful. But so this is fun because VSP Tallman and I were talking before you got here, Matt, about a lot of this stuff and kind of chatting about it. But you, I guess, are pretty...
I'm in the dark.
Yeah, you don't...
I'm slightly... This is the part of sports that we don't really appreciate, I guess you would say, or we watch the games like this, but behind the scenes, there's so many parts that are moving as far as, TV agreements, whether it's they make this amount of money off this thing or that. So no, it's pretty interesting to see the amount of money that's being tossed around, the different proposals, and the behind the scenes of the actual game where, we just watch them here and we're like, oh, they make millions of dollars, this and that. But we forget that MLB is not just major league. When it comes to the CBA, we're talking single A, double A, triple A. A lot of these players that are coming up, some of them in those lower ranks are paying out of pocket for some things, give or take. So it's kind of cool to see where you're like, okay, there's a little bit of this nitty gritty part of it that it's not everybody making $50 million. Like there's dudes out there that are doing this. Hell, they're a double A player for 15 years, So
they get their first call up at like damn near 30 years old.
And those are some really cool stories to see where you see them walk into that manager's office and he's like, you think you can make the trip to Seattle? And the guy's like, what the hell? Like what? So no, those are cool. But yeah, this is where you really get to see like the protection for players that aren't, your Ketel Martes or your like it's the smaller dude kind of gets a little bit of a say. So it's cool to see that part of it.
Yeah, and I think that's a great point. It's like interesting too because obviously they're both relying on one another, the owners and the teams as well as the players. Like one doesn't exist without the other.
Yeah, it's a product on the field. It's the thing that I wish the Cardinals would figure out. It sells. When you have there's the whole thing with jersey sales. There's different parts to make money. So when you do have that name on the back of the jersey, it goes a long way, so it's
100%.
If the product's not there, the fan's not there.
Yeah, that's a great point. And that's what's going to be interesting about all of this is like, I don't want to call it like propaganda, which I think is a word that the PA has used a few times. And like, oh, you're going to see a lot of propaganda because like, obviously the PA is their responsibility to advocate for the players and to get them the best deal possible. And the MLB has to protect the bottom line, right? And the almighty dollar.
It's a business. Mm-hmm. It's a business.
100%. And so they're obviously going to have to meet in the middle on a lot of this stuff. But I think where we need to start is with the biggest.
I thought he hit another one. Sorry. Yeah. I was like, oh my God.
I hate that so much when you just see this big fly ball and you're like, oh, that's out.
It looked good off the bat.
It's worse
that's what his first one looked like.
In person too.
Oh,
like when you're at the game and you hear the crack of the bat and you're like, oh, that's out of here. And it's like not even at the warning track.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, oh, all right, never mind.
And once you see the outfielder moving in position,
yeah.
It's better when they just stay in one place and they watch it fly over the wall and you're like, oh yeah, that's a no-doubter.
Sorry, we were reacting to Junior Caminero's. We thought might have been his second home run in the game.
He had blasted that first one.
Oh, the first one.
First one was a moonshot.
Yeah.
Looked like a 60-degree
wedge. So that was his third home run in the first inning of the last. So he has a home run in the first inning of the last three games.
What a play.
The first player in Rays history to do that.
Really?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
That was a hell of a play.
I'm sorry.
You know how hard that is as a catcher?
Like, live react. That was a great.
I wish I could like put the clips in the video.
Yeah, like it should be at the bottom right there. Like I don't want the MLB to get mad at us. So we don't want any copyright shit, but that was filthy.
It's like when you go on Twitch during like a UFC fight and there's just someone has like this small window in the corner. All right, we're already off the track here, but so the biggest thing with the negotiations, I think there's we'll talk about some of the smaller like nitty gritty stuff that I think are more or less like bargaining chips or kind of like they're to say like, oh, we'll agree on this, but we want this. But the biggest thing that the MLB is pushing for, and this has been known for a while now, is the implementation of a salary cap. And within that, a salary floor, which I think the salary floor is like a lesser part of it. But the perspective of a lot of people, including the MLB, is like all the other big three major sports leagues have a salary cap. The NBA, the NHL, and the NFL all have a salary cap implemented, and the MLB has resisted it for the longest time. I think reading up on it, it wasn't part of the 2021 CBA negotiations. The MLB was kind of like, at that point in time, they were like, this isn't a battle worth fighting. Yeah. But from my understanding is this is something that they've talked about since the 90s, potentially implementing this. And the Players Association has fended it off up until this point, but now because of what the Dodgers are doing and the Mets are doing, like, and the Mets have not found much success, which kind of leads more towards the Players Association's argument of like, see, you can still be competitive. But we were talking Tallman, and it's like you get to a point where the Dodgers, we start the season and like everyone else in the division's a couple games back. It seems like the Padres could knock on the door. It seems like the Diamondbacks were a couple games behind at one point. And then you blink, and a couple weeks later, the Dodgers have a 10-game lead on everybody else, and they're just starting to run away with it. And we're halfway through the season, so if that trend keeps up, like they could finish the season 16 games ahead of the next closest one. And they're looking at a three-peat this year. And it was like going into last season, the narrative was, oh, there hasn't been a repeat champion since like the Yankees did it in like the early 2000s. And so they're like, there's parity in the league, blah, 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 blah. But now that's gone out the window. And so I want to start there, Tallman, with talking about the potential implementation of a salary cap and the interesting other side piece of that of them talking about removing the deferred payments entirely, which has been a big crux of this as well. So are you pro or against the implementation here?
Oh, dude, I've been pro salary cap as I fuck with this thing right here. Since,
Tallman fucking with
I know.
Death taxes,
Hey,
Tallman fucking with
At least I'm not knocking it over. But I've been pro salary cap since day one. I mean, it's got to happen. It's the last of the major sports to not have a salary cap, and it just makes sense. Like, the disparity between the big markets, the Dodgers, the Yankees versus the Tampa Bay Rays and the D-backs. Like, I mean, Tampa Bay's probably got one of the lowest payrolls in the league. Like, it's incredible. And it doesn't make sense from a competitive standpoint and even from a league standpoint. So, like, the salary cap comes into play. I mean, it's good overall for the league. It not only does it skyrockets the value of each team, because there's a league sharing revenue that comes into play, right? Just like the NFL. If the NFL didn't have a salary cap, I mean, dude, there's all these teams, the Patriots, the Chiefs.
We'd be
I mean,
we wouldn't have
no,
a podcast,
but yeah, but
there'd
all,
be no Cardinals.
Yeah, but all those teams would be worth like they'd all be worth $8-9 billion.
Yeah.
The Cardinals would be worth like
100%.
maybe $1 billion.
Yep.
So that's why you look at the value of these sports teams. It's nothing like it is. Like, they're very equal in all the other three major sports versus when baseball, it's like if you were going to come buy the D-backs, I mean, I bet you they're valued. I'm just throwing out a number. I have no idea, but they're significantly lower than, say, the Dodgers or the Yankees, right?
Oh, without a doubt.
And they have been for a very, very long time. They've always been, right? There's always been that difference between value, but that'll help bridge the gap there. And then just a level of just not watchability, because and everyone's always going to throw out what about what the D-backs did in 2023? They even played against a team that wasn't the top of the payroll in the Texas Rangers, where it was the league probably hated it in 2023. They're like, oh great, we got the D-backs against the Rangers in the World Series.
Like, our ratings are going to suck.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know. I don't like that approach to where you can just buy a championship every single year. And it'll absolutely be solidified if the Dodgers win again this year, because they won COVID year too in the shortened season, didn't they?
I think so. They did, yeah, because I remember Justin Turner or whatever was out there with no mask after testing for COVID. Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, if you look at if they win this year, dude, I mean, that'd be 4 championships in 6 years or something. So it's just, they're absolutely showing us that you can buy a championship. Yep. And then, of course, the Mets had to come up. The Mets payroll is outrageous. I mean, the fact that they have just been imploding. But it's hilarious. It really is. Yeah. It really is. But like, it's something that needs to happen. And I mean, I know all the players, they want to make more money, which is great. But at the same time, like with this salary cap, it's like, they're still proposing a minimum increase to the salary, to the pay, to individual players, where it's like 90 to 95, maybe 93% of the league, they don't make over $10 million a year.
No.
I mean, a lot of these guys are journeymen. I mean, a lot of these dudes are making 2, 3, 4.
Well, you got to think, where do you play too?
Yeah.
What if you're in California?
Yeah,
or like
a state that
there's income tax or not income tax or
like
agent fees.
A lot of these guys are making the minimum, right? So it's, I mean, I could see from a player standpoint, the support for a salary cap could be okay with a lot of these guys that aren't the superstars. But then you have the superstars who, granted, the MLB is going to listen to them because that's who they market. They market the shit out of Shohei, the shit out of Aaron Judge. I mean, and it makes sense. Every single major sports league markets their stars because that's what drives eyeballs onto their product.
Yep.
You know, like, and same with, you look at locally with the D-backs, they market the hell out of Ketel Marte, the hell out of Corbin Carroll.
Absolutely.
Because, I mean, that's why,
yeah.
I mean, that's why we want to watch the game. I want to watch Corbin Carroll set a franchise record for triples yesterday. You know, like
awesome.
that's
really cool.
It's the fan.
And he's
favorite.
25
It's
years
that
old.
type of-
I mean, that's what gets you that fan engagement, and that's what we need. But it's like, at what point do you just play hardball here? Where I hope the owners do, and the owners have been saying like, hey, or the MLB, I shouldn't say owners. We want a salary cap, and we'll negotiate whatever else you guys want, right? So they're not even. I think the initial number they threw out salary cap wise was just ridiculous.
Well, I'm
because
curious. What was it?
I don't. Have
I didn't
it
write
in
it
front of
down.
me.
Yeah.
So they didn't pitch a figure.
I think it was like 222 million or
Yeah,
something.
Is
like that.
the NFL
Dodgers-
like, what's the NFL's like 262 or something?
I'd be lying
I'd
if I said I
curious
knew.
what
I think it's
other-
cool. I think it's 270.
Is it?
I think
Yeah.
we're just making up numbers. at
Which
this
the
point.
NFL, it makes sense for the NFL to
Well,
be a little
I-
higher because you got like what a 53-man roster versus
Yeah.
MLB you have a 40 man,
And there's
but
no
not
there's
really.
no
40
AAA
man, 25
NFL.
active.
Yeah.
There's no
Or
AAA
26,
NFL,
yeah.
double A. You don't have a farm team. There's not a giant
Exactly.
organization
And you
where
can call
you're
up, call
affiliated
down,
with
yeah.
these smaller, you know, like the Pawtucket fucking. You're literally, and that's what. But that's what it is, though, dude. Like
That's a pool.
It's these small
is.
little markets that you're affiliated with, that are your farm teams that you're also engaging with those markets, and there's so many
Yeah.
different moving parts when it comes to
there
the
is.
MLB's CBA.
Yeah.
And like listening to you guys talk about it, it's a lot. The integrity of like the competition level. So college football is going to go through this. College basketball, all college sports are going to go through this same exact talk.
They're talking about that
with
yeah.
NILs right now. You're seeing players that are NBA G League guys coming back. So you have RJ Barrett coming back to LSU. So it's the same thing
Yeah.
where at what level can we protect the small market teams where there's these teams that obviously don't have these.
RJ Barrett?
RJ Barrett's going back to
No,
college.
he's old as
Who is
fuck.
it? It's somebody from.
I was like,
So
wait
there's
a minute.
somebody.
Yeah,
It might
yeah,
be
yeah.
RJ.
He doesn't have
Look it up.
eligibility.
One of the
Somebody's going
RJs.
to
One of the
LSU.
RJs.
Yeah,
Somebody
RJ
who-
Barrett. No, he's
Somebody's going. And it's one of those.
He was on my fantasy team last year.
But it's one of those things where it's these guys that
Or
are
last
literally
season.
NBA G League dudes that are going to like LSU or
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
buying there's no protection to it. So if you get a
Mm-hmm.
big donor, they're paying out of the pocket. It's
Yep.
the same thing as deferring payments or things like that. So
yeah, but
Well, and that's a whole other interesting.
it is. But
conversation.
the number they threw out for the salary cap, dude, there was like 10 teams that were like
way over it.
already over it.
Yeah.
And the
So, yeah,
Dodgers
so
were
how
over
do
by
you-
like 200 million.
Yeah.
Do
You know what I mean? Like,
grandfather those, or do
it's-
they have to restructure those contracts?
So
How does
this
that
is-
look?
it sounds like
There's a lot that goes into it. This is going to
Yeah.
be the hardest,
Oh, it's insane.
maybe the most impossible thing
They missed
that
the curve.
could ever
They missed the
yeah,
they missed the
that they
curve.
could ever try to do in professional sports history. This is going to be so hard for them to do. In 2026, like it's going to be damn near impossible.
But that's the great point that you brought up where you're talking about. Well, it's not the owners, it's the MLB, but the MLB represents the owners.
Yeah, well, because
And-
the owners are the MLB,
Yeah,
right? It's like
yeah.
It's
the
such a wild
the
machine.
commissioner in
it's
the
a
NFL.
giant machine, dude.
Yeah, but they have to wrangle it in now because it's getting so out of hand.
gonna get
that if they
fucking
don't
crazy.
stand firm now and make sure that this happens, it's gonna get out of control, and the Dodgers are just gonna.
You'll never
forever,
get to fix it. You'll
Yeah.
never get to. It's like paying somebody an amount of money and being like, we're actually going to pay. You'll never get to go back once you've given. You can't take away.
Yeah.
So it's like it's really hard. Like once you add fucking a bunch of water to your add water pancake mix, it's real hard to get the water out of the pancake
Yep.
mix.
Well,
You're
you
fucked.
can't.
Yeah,
You can't, yeah.
You better.
You gotta
start
add
making
more batter,
pancakes.
dude.
You better cook pancakes.
Have
with
you ever
what
tried
got.
putting toothpaste back in the
Yeah,
the
dude.
toothpaste?
So it's a weird. It's a
Well,
very.
if you're Bryce
slippery-
Harper, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Did you see him brush his teeth?
No, I
He
don't- I
he
don't.
takes the tube like it's like space food and like squirts a little bit in his
squirts it
mouth.
in his
And then
mouth.
he grabs his toothbrush.
Because
or-
how do you
I'm doing that when I get home.
how do
I'm
you
doing that when I get home because don't not. It's like one of those things where people are like, I dip chicken nuggets in Wendy's Frosties. You're like, that's disgusting.
I do that.
Don't knock
That's
it
so
till you
good.
try.
It's like doing the fries.
He
in the
might be
Frosty.
onto something, dude.
No, okay. So how?
Well, it's like when I
your
started
entire
wiping.
life.
When I started wiping back to
Oh,
front.
I
it
was
changed
really-
my-
Let's move on.
What are you, a woman? What do you got? What else do you have to wipe in the
sit
front?
when you pee, Chris? What the fuck?
What do you just tuck your nuts
Sometimes.
My legs
Yeah,
are
just-
tired.
up? Oh, jeez.
Just a front entry is a lot easier
All
than
right.
a back entry.
So Mike's gonna be watching this. He's gonna be like, God damn it, guys.
All right, we just went
What
real.
just-
we
what
just
just
veered
happened?
real hard off the path. But it's,
Reel it in.
In the grand scheme of things, to sit there and they missed it. They missed it. They needed to have this conversation way before LA started doing deferred shit. The game, the integrity of the competition is just so jaded. There's such a disparity.
It was Ohtani's contract, I think, that was the tipping point.
Everything up.
Because he's getting paid like $1.5 million for 5 or 6 years.
Well, but at the same time, you could say Bobby Bonilla. We had Bonilla.
Oh, he's been
July
getting paid $1
1st. He was making
million.
what
Yeah.
$1.25 million from
Something
the
like that,
Braves
yeah.
for like 35
For like
years.
30
So the
years.
deferred payments are nothing new.
It's happened forever.
Yeah.
But I think what it is because of the price of the contracts, the amount of money that's being, the figures, when you hear the amount of money and then you're like, but then you see him play and you're like, no, fuck that, dude. You can't be that good.
Yeah.
You pay him that amount. That's not allowed. Like, that's not fair.
let me give you the numbers here. So the highest payroll versus the lowest payroll.
Currently or with the proposal?
Currently, right
now,
now,
as we
as
sit.
it's set, the disparity between the two is disgusting.
I'm very
This literally, I mean, how can you even? How is it even fair to compete in the same league? It just doesn't make sense. Okay, so the highest, we know we've been making fun of them. It's the Mets.
Right.
They're actually spending more money this year than the Dodgers because the Dodgers have deferred
everything,
everything.
yeah.
They're smart.
So the Mets right now, as we speak, are at $352,219,870. So that's over $350 million. The bottom of the league, which I didn't realize the Guardians were at the bottom.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
It's Cleveland.
You want to take a guess?
I want to say $79 million.
48 million.
That's generous.
Oh, 79
that is mean.
$79 million is generous?
Yeah.
48.
So okay.
Tell me it's above $50 million.
It is above 50.
I think
So
that's
they're
61.
they're at total payroll $62,275,111.
Here, I want
That's almost a $300 million difference.
with you bring that
That's
with,
one player on the Dodgers.
With you bringing that up, so we're talking salary cap, but I think that's why the salary floor is also important to keep competitive balance, because basically what that means is the Guardians can't have a $62 million payroll. They have to have at least like $120 million payroll. So it forces these other shitty teams to spend money. Your A's, your Rays, your Rockies, your Guardians are going to have to spend money.
A's aren't that bad.
Not anymore. They've gotten a lot
they're
better.
about to pop off.
Yeah.
Because a really good example here is the Tampa Bay Rays. I just looked at it. If I remember, their payroll is $88 million, and they're kicking ass this season. I mean, they have a good team, so they put together a decent roster. So you know what the D-backs are at? We're at $185 million.
Well, okay,
which is unprecedented for this team.
I was gonna say what,
but we're spending $100 million more.
Where does that rank? It's in the top 15. Right?
Oh, we're close. We're closer to the top. Yeah.
That's what I wanted to touch on, because
we're top 10.
I talked to a lot of and this I don't.
No,
mean
we're not
this,
top 10.
I don't mean this disrespectfully, but I talked to a lot of uninitiated fans, and they only know about like the Dodgers' massive payroll and the other teams
13th.
having success. 13th, to where I have people tell me to my face like, oh, it's our cheap owner. He doesn't want to spend money. Our owner needs to spend money. He's spending money relative to the rest of the league. So it's like that's not the problem. Yeah, it's like they're not spending $300 million, but they're not.
We should.
It's not peanuts, you know, like.
And that's where you get the Mets effect, where you do see that, like, if we do spend $360 some odd million a year, like, we better fucking not be 40 and 42. Like, this conversation would be so different. It'd be so. Also, what if we had somebody like Shohei? What if the Diamondbacks, with this conversation, would we still be this gung ho about a cap if we had?
No, we wouldn't.
I bet you if you ask any Dodgers
we
fan,
wouldn't.
they're
Exactly.
against it.
So, like, I get it. Yeah.
It's impossible not to be opinionated as a fan.
You're biased.
Because we're
Always.
sitting here as we're calling ourselves a small market team, even though we're the 6th, 7th largest metropolitan area in the entire United States. Boom, there you go. There it is. But it's like at the same time. So if I showed any MLB player this list, and they said, yeah, there's nothing wrong with the bottom team only spending $60 million
with a $280 million disparity.
Yeah. And they think, oh, there's nothing. They're just being fucking greedy. I'm sorry. They are. They literally are. You're getting paid millions and millions of dollars. You're a superstar. I get it. You're the best at what you do. You should get paid accordingly, right? But you play a children's game, and you're telling me that it's fair for the league to be so top heavy and these teams to spend so much money and buy all this talent, for the Dodgers to go out this past offseason and pay Kyle Tucker $50 million a year for him to be the sixth best player on their team. That just doesn't make any sense. How with the right logical mind, how do you look at that and say, oh yeah, this is sustainable. This is totally sustainable. It is not sustainable. And it just, that's the biggest thing. It's just dumb. It's getting to the point to where, and we've even made this reference before, to where in the NBA back in the early 2010s, where it's like, oh, okay, you're going to watch any of the regular season? No, because it's going to be the Cavs and the fucking Thunder in the
Warriors,
finals, or the Heat or somebody. Like, it's like, like, why even watch? Because you know who's going to be there.
It made the regular season pointless, and it virtually made the playoffs pointless.
So that's what we're running at too, and it doesn't help MLB that they play 162 fucking games. It really doesn't. So so I could see why
he smashed that.
The salary cap has been so hot. And like you said, you want the owners, you want the MLB you want them to play hardball on this salary cap is happening, or you guys aren't playing and you guys aren't getting paid money.
Yeah.
Because you can't keep doing this, because it's getting to that point where you're losing engagement. They've tried everything they can to speed up the game, to keep that, the millennial and the Gen Z fucking attention span. Like, I can't sit down and watch a game for 4 hours. It's got to be 2 hours or I'm out, or I'm just going to watch YouTube highlights on my phone.
Yep.
Like, they've already did all of that, which props to Rob Manfred for doing that, because it's made the viewing experience so much better. I love watching it because it's there. Boom, boom, boom.
They're already in the top of the fifth.
Yeah.
And we started this,
it's great.
fucking 15 minutes ago, his first pitch.
Dude, 5 years ago, it'd be the fucking top of the third.
It'd make the 999
and it's like,
easier.
And my dad makes fun of me.
Make the 999
my dad makes fun of me all the time. He's like, how do you watch baseball? It's so
hard.
fucking boring.
Yeah. Well, that used to be my thing, is like baseball was like always a boring sport to me growing up, especially playing basketball so much. Like, because basketball is a constant action.
Yeah, it's the same thing with football. It's like, a lot of crazy shit going on, little break. Crazy shit going on, little break. Baseball, it's just like, okay, you could go.
It's a slow burn.
Yeah, because no one likes, unless you're a true seam head, you're not excited about strikeouts. You're not excited about, the defense, right? Mm-hmm. You want to see someone hit a home run. Like, they learned a long time ago that the long ball pays. People love the long ball.
The cliche saying, chicks dig the long ball.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the thing.
That's why we're in the juice ball era right now.
Exactly. That's why that shit happened.
That's why they did steroids, guys.
Well, that's a whole different story.
Well, you have a player.
Okay, so
your boy.
So I think
telling him steroids.
I think for the sake of time, like, we're definitely going to have more conversations about all of these proposals and the salary cap, salary floor as those talks kind of progress. But while we have Matt, and I want to get into some of these other proposals to kind of get his opinion on it. So another big one is that they've agreed to, actually, both the MLB and PA have agreed on eliminating the qualified offer system entirely. So they said it was a hindrance on free agency. It kind of slowed down the free agency process. So it was like, if you don't know what the qualifying offer was, it's like, a team will be like, so Suns just went through this in the NBA with Mark Williams. They're like, we'll give you $9 million for 1 year. And he could go negotiate with other teams. So if the Timberwolves were like, hey, we want to pay him $15 million for 3 years, the Suns could match that before he's allowed to accept that offer from. So same in baseball, if like Corbin Carroll becomes a free agent in 10 years or whatever it is, and they're like, hey, we want to give you a qualifying offer for $20 million, and you get the idea. But basically, they're eliminating that entirely towards like, you just have to negotiate a contract. Yep. Do you think, like, obviously they're agreeing on it, so they both like it. As a fan, do you like that as far as when it comes to player retention possibilities?
Yeah, I think qualifying offers like an antiquated system. Like, nowadays, like, we're already doing that to where, like, that process, I'm sure, between owners, GMs with agents and stuff like that, like, we're not sending faxes anymore. Like, I can literally send you a damn email real quick. Like,
Text,
I can be in on the other side of the world, and we can still have a conversation pretty readily available. So I think it just gets rid of it, streamlines it a little more. I think we're not having. I mean, it's going to be nice when you're playing like MLB 2K and you have the stupid qualifying offer fucking period. And you're like, I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. This is dumb. But no, I think it's already happening. It's like, just get rid of the titles. Let's get rid of some of these, like the old, like the cornerstone play. Like let's look at what we're actually doing in the off season. Are these things already happening? Are we just throwing in filler bloatware type things to where it's just an added step to where we're just giving this special thing a terminal? It's already happening. Whether or not, even tampering, we already have, I'm sure even when there's the non-tampering time, there are people talking, whether it be you're fucking playing golf with somebody else. We're humans. People talk. There's deals on, we all are want to be incentivized. We all have our own motives, but I think getting rid of that, it's already happening. We don't need to designate a certain amount of time. Like that is, I would imagine teams are like, hey, go shop yourself, figure it out, come back to us. We'll give you a phone call, have your agent reach out.
And it's really like kicking the can down the road, because even if they accept the qualifying offer, you're going to be in the same thing the next year. And I think after one, if they accept the qualifying offer, the next year they become an unrestricted free agent.
So it's just
Yeah, but you're set. It's more player friendly.
Well, you're protecting
they're getting
the player.
rid of it.
Yeah,
because I'm pretty sure. So because the D-backs issued a qualifying offer to Zach Allen in the offseason. If he would have signed somewhere else, the D-backs would have gotten a draft pick,
right?
Yeah.
So there's the NFL
incentive. Yeah,
the NFL does that with coaches. When you hire a coach, whether it be you get
you get the
I don't think it's part of the Rooney Rule, but compensatory
pick. Yeah, there you go. Yep. So it's part of, it gives incentive for teams to be like, we're going to give out the qualifying offer and we're going to go low, and you're setting you're
just
setting
so we can get that draft
so low. We don't want you back, but
we want you to know that we're
I think the D-backs was like $21 million for Zach Allen, which is just insane now if you look at what he has put on the field. But it's like you're setting a market for the player too.
Yeah,
in a sense, not technically.
Hey, you put a price tag on it.
And then someone comes in and you go, I'll pay 21,
like,
right. 21, won't you do something for me?
Jesus.
But
oh my God.
No, I mean, I don't, it's neither here nor there. Like it's not something that really impacts a typical fan.
It doesn't move the needle.
No, I mean, it doesn't really matter if they get rid of it, but I can see why it could be something like, hey, we're going to get rid of this, and the players might be like, cool, all right.
Yeah. Like we're already doing it.
Yeah. But the deferred payments, though, is the biggest thing, I'd say.
That's the huge.
Yeah,
that's
the deferred payments needs to get wrangled
in. That's the massive part.
It really does.
And I think they definitely need to, like I said, we'll revisit it, but they need to implement the salary cap. I'll stand firm, 10 toes down on that one. But
they really do.
The last one, the interesting one, this was on the PA side of their proposal, and there's some other ones in there that we'll talk about later on the other streams and stuff, but the one that the Players Association is pushing hard for is to have the MLB work with the Players Association to lobby against sports books offering player prop bets. And they say this is to protect the players from harassment, from disgruntled gamblers, and this includes daily fantasy. They don't want daily fantasy, and they don't want prop bets for players. So they want to eliminate that entirely. Now, it has to be a lobby or an advocacy, because they can't just tell the sports. It's legislation that would have to do that. Like, the first thing that comes to everyone's mind is, for us in Arizona, it's like, you can't bet props on college players. But that's an Arizona thing. There's a list of like 20 states that don't allow player prop bets in college. But then the others have various rules for it. Like Florida, you can bet on player props, just not any Florida schools. And there's some some other states where it's like no matter what you can always just bet on it. And obviously like that comes into play with like players betting on themselves, Brandon Sorsby, and other similar situations.
Poor kid, what a fucking way to fumble the bag.
Yeah, but
literally,
do you guys think that proposal is more of just like a throw in to like be like, okay, we'll concede that you can still allow prop bets, but we absolutely won't do a salary cap, to be like, oh, we're meeting you on some stuff, but this is like, so it's like just a throw in where it's like, moonshot? Or do you think they're genuinely like, they're firmly believing that is an issue that needs to be addressed?
It's a bargaining chip. They're bluffing on that. I mean, it's just
How do you fucking enforce that? Like
you can't. Welcome to professional sports.
Welcome to America, where states get to choose.
Well, yeah, because they'd have to be like, oh, FanDuel, we'll take your sponsorship, but not if you offer player props.
Yeah, it's not. They're coming in they're playing hardball against what we'd hope the league would play hardball on. It's literally that's all it is. You can't. It just doesn't make sense.
That's tough.
Could you imagine if they got rid of prop bets in baseball?
Betting on baseball is already
it's already
fucking
it's
shit.
hard, man.
Yeah.
It really is. It's because any given. I mean, they play so many games, and there's so many different variables that go into it. Like the worst team in the league, like the Guardians. Sorry, I'm just kidding. The Guardians are actually pretty good. But the worst team in the league on any given day can beat the best team in the league, like at least once in a 3-4 game series, right? It's just the game is so hard to bet on. It's so hard to predict. Like if they got rid of the props, it's like I would never bet on baseball again.
Oh no.
Like I'm not betting on money lines on baseball. And there you go.
Because I was gonna say to even make it worth betting on like money lines or spreads, you have to just string together like 3-4 games of a parlay to have.
Yeah, or you're placing $1,000 on a straight up bet.
On a run line or something.
Yeah, and even then it's like you're probably picking a favorite.
Yeah, and
you're only gonna make $400 or $500, and you're risking a lot because anything could happen, right? But I think they're just playing it. I mean, for them to be like, it can't be that. It's nothing new. There's always hecklers. There's always always some drunk guy.
Crazy.
There's always some drunk guy in the stands screaming at a player.
I'm the drunk guy.
And that's every single sport. I mean, there's the NFL. There's a guy talking shit. He got punched. Who punched him? It was DK Metcalf punched him in the stands. That was last season. I mean, you look at Wyndham Clark in the U.S. Open. He's American. He's on U.S. soil, just getting heckled the entire fucking round.
That was amazing.
You know, it's like you can't sit there and blame that type of fan behavior or fan interaction on possible gambling influence. Oh, he must have a parlay on this. Oh, someone must have bet on Wyndham Clark to not win. Yeah. So he's out there every single day just screaming at him. You know, like that's
ignoring the fact that Wyndham Clark's just an unlikable person.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's not a possibility. Like, dude, people are fucking crazy.
Yeah,
man. And I mean, look at the whole NBA gambling shit that was going on with Terry Rozier.
Yeah,
and
that's crazy.
The one coach, was it Billups? Like, I mean, there's
Chauncey.
I mean, there's. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, but I just don't buy it. I really don't.
Matt, do you think that's it though? Do you think it's the in-person heckling, or do you think it's like the people in the DMs and the comments on their social media posts and stuff? Where it's like, hey,
what are we 12?
Yeah, you got your keyboard warriors, dude. That it's real quick to open up Instagram when you've had a couple of drinks and.
Right,
you fucking say some really wild shit.
Yeah, like you would.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like what Paul Sewald did to the St. Louis Cardinals.
Because it's like this is like I won't go there. But like when it comes to like that type of stuff, it's like that is like not, you can ignore that to an extent. You can just not look at it, you know. Which I guess is easier said than done, but yeah,
as someone in the spotlight,
you shouldn't let it bother you.
Don't read the comments.
That's like being somewhat famous 101. You don't go online and look at shit that people say about you.
Don't Google yourself. Yeah. You're not gonna like it.
Oh my god, because you might post something and get 500 comments, and fucking 400 of those comments are negative. That's 400 people out of millions of people that know who you are and that may support you. Like, that's literally 101. Yeah. Like, you should already know not to look at that shit. And that can't be.
Then you just turn into Kevin Durant, and all of your free time is spent just replying to people on Twitter and having burners and like arguing with people. Like,
that's insane.
At the end of the day, you can't control individuals, and you can't.
Correct.
It's like you can't just assume that they have a parlay or they have some sort of money.
They have a stake in this type of thing.
A lot of the times it's just fucking idiots.
Well,
dude.
there's people that come out and say,
just idiots.
They yell, they say
the mashed potato.
Well, no, not that.
Like,
no, I'm not talking about golf.
That falls into that where you just get these idiots that want to go viral. We live in a viral
attention
age.
seeking.
There's people that actually come out and say, "You ruined my parlay." Like,
yeah,
absolutely.
I've done it.
You know,
I've done it. I'm guilty. Hand up.
There's been multiple. there's been multiple athletes that say,
UFC.
I don't give a fuck about your parlay, which that is the correct attitude that they should have.
Yo, eat shit.
You should care about it.
Like, absolutely.
Oh, you lost $10
And you
on your
shouldn't care about
parlay?
it.
No,
Yeah.
if you're worried about losing money, don't gamble.
There you
At the
go.
end of the day.
There you go, kids.
If you're worried about losing money, don't gamble because you are not going to get rich gambling.
Couldn't have said it any
the
better.
addiction hotline. There's
Couldn't
a
have said
picture
it any better.
there's a picture of VSP Tallman with the flyer with Jack Muskowski.
Say Joe.
But yeah, fellas, definitely plenty more conversations to come on that. Like I said, I'm sure we'll be talking lockout next year. We'll be talking.
Oh yeah, they're not going to play baseball next year.
Probably not.
I'll call it right now.
The way this is trending, and I think the owners are fully prepared to not play baseball next year. There's talks about the war chest.
I'm so
and
excited
then
to watch Savannah Bananas then, dude.
Hey.
So the way it's been described recently is both sides are speaking different languages, and that's not a good way to describe those ongoing negotiations. It really isn't.
And you see what the PA's coming out with, where they're starting to use like language like, oh, it's an insulting offer, it's disrespectful. So when you start saying that stuff, like that's how you know like it's not even close.
Well, the NFLPA, Jesus, MLBPA. A lot of these player associations are former players. They are player led. Some of them are even
current
active players.
Yeah.
Yes. So like whether they're ambassadors or whatever the hell they are protecting the player at the end of the day, whereas the owners,
as they should,
100%, because that's what matters. You are them. That's your guys. That's who you are. The owners, unfortunately, are going to protect the pockets.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's why you never go with the union.
union buster Tallman over
here.
You guys didn't get the corporate training.
Oh man, if VSP ever tries to unionize, we're shutting this down.
Oh dude, I am so against the union, man.
All of our contributors wanting a cut of all of our revenue.
Oh, dude, I got trained so well on busting the union.
Guys, the secret is VSP has no revenue.
It's got negative revenue.
We've been in the red.
Yeah.
We're a bit in the hole, but maybe someday we'll have some revenue and we'll share the revenue with our contributors. And as long as you guys keep subscribing, liking our videos, sharing it with your friends, we'll just continue to build this out. And it's been great. We just had our 50th episode last month, and it was a huge milestone for us. I can't believe we've been doing this for like 4 years now, and it just keeps growing and building.
Insane.
And I love having new contributors on, and we always welcome new people to come on, chat sports, because we're a podcast for the people here in the Valley. And we're gonna always give our raw, unfiltered opinions, and we're not beholden to anybody. We don't care about access because we have no access. So we can talk shit about our teams. We love our teams, but we are entitled to be critical. And there's a big divide in the Valley right now, especially with media personalities, where it's like there's a lot of fans who want their media outlets to carry water for the fan or for the players and always be on their side and never be critical of them. And if you're critical of them, you're chasing them out of town. Yeah. And it's like, guys, like, I'm sorry, but Ketel Marte is not above criticism. Is he our best player? Has he been one of our best players? Absolutely. But there are things that we're allowed to be critical of. And I guess within that, we have to give our raw, unfiltered opinion on the current state of the Arizona Diamondbacks, who find themselves honestly in, I think if I understood that ESPN notification I got yesterday, they're at the exact same place at the midway point of the season, 81 games in. They're at the exact same place as they were last season at 41-40. And we're just a couple weeks removed from Mike Hazen going on local radio and saying, oh, we're absolutely going to be buyers at the deadline. We're absolutely going to be, in the wild card chase, in the playoff hunt, where our goal is the playoffs. We're going to be buyers at the deadline. And since he said that, it's been a straight shit show, downhill, speeding,
fire sale incoming.
That's what I'm saying, because like now we're going into July here next week, and it's going to be like with the end of July is the trade deadline. So we're looking at July 31st, somewhere around there. I think it was last year, probably similar this year. We got like maybe between 25 and 30 games left to see where we're at. I think they're going to have to make a serious push to be, I want to see them at least 5 games above 500 at the deadline to even consider being buyers. But I think, Tallman, you've said it, they're gonna have to be buyers and sellers at some capacity, because it's that fine line of building for a playoff push without mortgaging your future. Because I don't think this team is right now at a place where you can say, oh, mortgage the future to win a championship this year. I don't think that's in the cards for us. So it's like, how do you walk that line between being competitive enough to make a run this year while still having a competitive team for the years going forward? So I think I want to start there. We're at 41-40. We got a month left before the trade deadline, a little less, and things have not been going great, Tallman. As it stands today, where do you see this team going the rest of the season?
Oh, brother. There's a lot of different factors that go into this, right? So I want to start with how we spent the entire beginning of the season going, let's get our reinforcements, right? Let's get the people back. So we're like, if we could just be 500 up and maybe a little better than 500 up to the All-Star break, get Corbin Burns back, get Justin Martinez back, get AJ Puck back, get Jordan Lawler back because he got hurt earlier in the season, even though he came back recently, but had another soft tissue issue, or not another soft. He broke his wrist beginning, but now he's out with a hamstring injury. So now the whole landscape for the Diamondbacks going up to the trade deadline has changed, right? So if we're sitting here right now, this is hypothetical. If we had Corbin Burns coming back after the All-Star break and AJ Puck and Justin Martinez in August, I'd be feeling really, really good at where we're at right now. But with the recent setbacks with Corbin Burns, he can't pitch till probably September. And if we're not in contention in September, what's the point of him even coming back? He's not going to come back. So there's even a chance that Corbin Burns doesn't pitch another game for the Diamondbacks, because after this season, he has a player option for 2027. So he could opt out of it and he could test the market, right? But we had a setback with AJ Puck where I think it was late August is what they were saying. So he's not going to be back till the end of the season. Justin Martinez is still on track though to be back, after the All-Star break. But with where we're at now, it's like it has been a clean split of what this. So this team has beat teams that it's supposed to beat, teams under 500, teams that are not good. But our record against teams that are above 500 has been terrible, and that's not obviously gonna carry itself as we go into the playoffs.
And if you can't beat the good teams, you're not a playoff team.
Exactly, no, because then because only the good teams make the playoffs. So if we make the playoffs, we can't beat good teams, we're out immediately, right? Yep. But as we sit right now, we're 2.5 games out of the last wild card spot.
That's it.
So you're absolutely in it. You're not out of it by any means. So I'm not going to sit here right now and say that we're done, we're going to sell, but there's got to be a big change here on what we're doing, and we need some production from some of these players. We need some changes too. We need Lourdes Gurriel to come back to form, to where he was before he got injured, before he had the ACL, because he's been a shell of himself. We need to drop Pavin Smith.
Last month, like in the off season, we
like
needed
a turd in the toilet. We need to flush him and get him out of town. I really love this proposal of, just put Arenado at first, put Tommy Troy at third because he can play third, and then bring Waldschmidt back up and have Waldschmidt play left. We need to cut the fat, dude. We need to cut it now, because if it's not working, it's got to go. So, and you could have an argument about Zach Allen. I know his name's going to come up here, but we still have an opportunity to figure this out, to be buyers at the deadline. And you mentioned how typically this team, they buy, but they also sell at the same time. And then you might argue and say, okay, what happened in 2025? Yeah, it looked like we sold the shit out of it because our team was in disarray. We had all that Ketel Marte drama after the All-Star break. We couldn't win a damn game, let alone a damn series, going up to that All-Star break. So yeah, we sold Naylor, we sold Kelly, we sold Suarez. I mean, we sold a lot of big pieces of our team. And then to look at where we're at right now, though, I mean, we're in a position where we could We could buy, but we're going to sell a little bit too because you said you don't mortgage the future. We're a small market team, even though we're not, but we are when it comes to just how this team operates. Like we can't afford to do, sell off everybody or just buy and mortgage the future because we rely so heavily on scouting and building our farm system. I mean, look at Corbin Carroll, look at Geraldo Perdomo, look at Gabby Moreno, Waldschmidt, Tommy Troy, like Jordan Lawler. Like these are key pieces. Brandon Pfaadt. I mean, granted, he isn't. He's gonna get another shot here very soon.
Justin Martinez, right? Like,
yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I think he came up through our system. Yeah,
like that. That's what we've done, and that's what we have to continue to do. So you can't just sell the farm because we don't have the money like the Dodgers. The Dodgers don't give a shit about a draft pick. They don't give a shit about prospects. They're buying the biggest names, the biggest talents. Like we can't do that. So that's why we buy, and that's why we also sell a little bit every single year. But we're sitting pretty good because what is it? It's a deadline the July 31st?
I think so. It's the end of July.
End of July usually, yeah. So we still have there's a big chunk of games here for us to figure out if we're going to do it or not. With the Cardinals series though, I mean we took 2 out of 3 from the Cardinals. Granted it was a 4-game series, but the 4th game got rained out. But what we're showing here against the Rays is not good because, again, it goes back to we can beat the shitty teams, but we can't beat those teams that are good. So they got to prove it to us right now. And then Mike Hazen coming out saying, oh, we're going to buy, baby, we're going to buy. It's just that's almost a disservice to the franchise if you're thinking that or putting that pressure on it because there's a lot that still needs to be proved because this offense has been subpar. I mean, starting pitching has been terrible. Injuries have yet again destroyed this
Groundhog
team.
Day?
I feel like
it's the same
it does.
fucking conversation.
But even then, even when we had terrible starting pitching, our offense was scoring. Yeah, we were scoring 8, 9, 10 runs. But we're not doing that because we lost key offensive players. But we're not doing any of it again this season. And the only bright spot of this team is the bullpen, which is absolutely ludicrous. Because coming into the season, I would have told you you're smoking something really strong.
That's what
if you told me, like, hey,
excited about that, you're out of your mind.
Yeah, come end of June, your starting rotation sucks because they're half injured and your offense is non-existent. But hey, your bullpen's actually doing pretty good. And Paul Sewald's got 17 saves.
Yeah, if you had told me that Paul Sewald was going to be our closer, like that's fucking ridiculous.
Doesn't make sense.
And going into the season, that was the thing, right? Where we're like, okay, the pitching is going to be a little lackluster, but at least we still have good offensive pieces that'll carry us through.
It flipped.
And it did. It flipped. And now, Tallman, you were saying like you were projecting Geraldo Perdomo to pick up where he left off last year and be in the MVP conversation and be a bona fide all-star, and he's just cheeks. Ketel Marte is not himself, and even Corbin Carroll, as much as he's hitting these accolades, most triples for the organization, like he can't do it all by himself, and even he is not having a fantastic year that's like absolutely jumping off the page.
No, he's doing pretty good.
Is he?
Yeah, he's doing pretty good. Yeah, he's definitely the best player on the team.
I would agree with that.
And then Ketel was on fire for like
2 weeks.
Month there.
Oh.
And he was when he hit that walk-off.
He had like 2 back-to-back.
Yeah, 2
he started raking all
of a sudden.
He's cooled off though.
Oh, dude, he was showing emotion through the roof too. He was fired up.
It's cool. It's cool to see your star players do that.
Yeah, because that shit's contagious. It is. It really is. And then we had all that contribution from the young guys. Ildemaro Vargas won Player of the Month for April. He just died, or who knows what happened to him. Jose Fernandez had the rookie debut for the ages. Hit that home run, help us win the game.
He had 2 in that game.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Troy came up, had a hot start. He's still actually been the most consistent young guy that we had. Waldschmidt came up, contributed right away, got sent down. I mean, it's just been such a roller coaster with this team every single year. And I love that you said the Groundhog's Day because we literally talk about the same shit.
Same conversation.
Yeah, it's the same stuff.
We're at the same point.
But we're using different names for the most part. Like, it's like, this is happening again, but it's with this guy, and this guy.
Yeah.
And then, this guy's new. This guy's also new. It's like, we can't.
It's like those Captain Underpants books where you used to be able to like fill in the blanks.
Oh,
So it's like
yeah.
pick a noun or a verb and you like write your own story.
Yeah.
We're literally
like
using
Mad
the
Libs
same
almost.
fucking words.
Yeah. But there's,
every time.
There's bright spots to this team, though. I mean, Mike Soroka, before he got hurt, was a absolute slam dunk hire. Or not hire, signing. And then Rodriguez.
Same thing. You
Close
hire
enough,
him to
yeah.
play for your
Dude,
team.
Rodriguez has, I think, the 5th or 6th best ERA in baseball.
He's finally playing up to his
Oh
contract.
man,
after 3
he's been a
years.
stud.
Yeah.
And then like that's another thing coming into the season. If you're like your best 2 pitchers are going to be Soroka and Rodriguez, I'd be like, again, whatever you're smoking, pass it over here. Zach Allen's been a shell of himself. Merrill Kelly's just been getting battered.
Yeah.
Ryan
terrible.
Nelson is horrible.
Brandon Pfaadt was so bad they had to use his last
Yeah,
minor
they
league
had
option
to
to send him down.
Send him down. He was not doing good. And I thought our strongest pitcher coming into the season was Ryan Nelson. He's just been getting smashed, dude. The hard hit rate against him is just off the charts. And of course, he's hurt. He's probably done for the season. Mike Soroka's got his butt. He pulled his, what do they call it, glute or
He pulled
something.
his glute.
So his,
Got a
his
pull
Really?
yeah, his
I
ass
guess.
is all torn up. So it's
Okay.
like we're piecing together. We're piecing together this rotation right now. So we're grasping for anything that can keep us where we're at, and it's not looking good, man.
I mean, if I told you Lou James Groover would be playing first base
my
at the
God.
beginning of the season.
Are we in 1930?
Yeah.
What's
Sweet
his name?
Lou James.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what?
that's
That's
we're
amazing.
so okay. So talk
Oh, it's an awesome name.
talk to trade deadline. If we were buyers, you have to find a first baseman. You do. You just have to.
Yeah.
Because that's I threw out the proposition of just put Arenado there. I mean, Arenado can play. He's proven he can play anywhere. Like the
Yeah.
dude is. If you can play third base, you can play any position.
Yeah.
You really can. I
Yeah.
mean, the guy he's a stud defensively, and he's been honestly a surprise too this season. Where we were not laughing at it, but like we were saying, if you can even get any type of offensive output from this guy, it's a total win. And he's done more than that. That guy's been a killer offensively. Granted, he's cooled down a little bit recently, but he proved me wrong, man. He really did. And
It's been a steal because the
he
Cardinals
was.
are paying most of his contract.
yeah, we're only paying him like $4 million,
Yeah.
dude. But the first base, dude, that's the biggest issue. And then you can't look on social media without D-backs fans going, oh, they decided to pay Carlos Santana $2 million and Pavin Smith $2 million. Guess who's getting $4 million from the Yankees? Paul Goldschmidt. Guess who's already hit 15 home runs this year? Paul Goldschmidt. So that kind of hurts a little bit too. It's like, dude, why? I mean, they DFA'd Carlos Santana. Pavin Smith can't play baseball
He'll be DFA'd
anymore.
soon.
He will. It's gonna
It
gonna
has to
happen.
It has to happen.
Yeah, but then they had Derek Hall on 98.7, and they asked him straight up. They said, "Hey, everyone's talking about this, first base thing. Did you guys ever talk to Paul Goldschmidt? Did you guys ever offer him anything? Was it actually a real thing that would happen?" He said, "No." He said, "We never got there with Paul Goldschmidt's people." Wow. Yeah, granted, how truthful is that? We don't know. Is he?
How do you not even have a conversation?
Yeah,
like how do you not even
exactly.
reach out to
Right.
somebody that's a
his-
Valley favorite to this day?
He said they were worried about.
It's America's first baseman.
He said they were worried about paying for the pitchers. So basically, he said, "Oh, we had to pay Zach Gallen $20 million, so we couldn't pay Paul Goldschmidt."
That's fuck.
Yeah, but then again, if you were Paul Goldschmidt, would you rather make $4 million on the Diamondbacks or $4 million on the Yankees?
Well, the Yankees gives you a better chance to win something.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's what
So,
what I was alluding to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shit, you could offer me $8 million to play on the Diamondbacks and $3 million on the Yankees. I'm probably taking the Yankees.
It's true, but
Yeah.
at that stage in my career,
it's kind of sad, right? Because the sell for Goldschmidt would be like kind of a retirement tour thing, and then
100%.
come retire in Arizona, you'll play a lot of golf. You can raise your family here. Like
Shady Acres,
really,
baby.
really
Shady
ease your way into
This is where you
retirement.
come to retire.
Yeah. Well, we ran into that so much the entire time the Coyotes were here, where we would always just sign old, I don't want to say washed up, but for lack of a better word, like guys at the tail end of their career. It's like a big
Phil
name.
Kessel was decent. The hot
I
dog
love-
bandit.
I
you
love
calm
Phil
down
Kessel,
now.
Yeah, well, especially because I was like, as much as I can be a hockey fan, I was a Penguins.
tough.
I was a Penguins fan around that time, and Kessel was on that back-to-back Penguins.
Yes, he was. Phil
Stanley
Kessel
Cup
was
teams.
a big part of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Oh yeah, with Sid the Kid. But yeah, with the baseball stuff, man, like I'm very frustrated with this team. I went to 2 games last weekend. I went to the Father's Day game and I went to the Tuesday game against the Angels, and lost both of those games. And it's just, I'm probably not going to go to another Diamondbacks game the rest of the season.
Dude, the only game I went to, they lost too.
So
they were down 7-0 in the first inning to the.
That's right. I remember that. Yeah.
It's just some people that didn't even sit down yet.
Yeah, no, it was bad, dude.
And the experience is not
really bad.
Great. Like, that stadium is hot.
I like it.
It's hot.
Okay, I went earlier in the year, so maybe.
Yeah. When I went on Tuesday, granted, on Tuesday we were in the upper level. On Sunday we were in the lower level, and it was a lot nicer in the lower level with an earlier start. But even sitting up there at 7:00 at night, it was
still 100
hot.
degrees.
I was
103.
sweating, dude.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was not
well,
good.
that's why tarps off in Arizona just makes so much sense. I was trying to get you to take your shirt off, Chris.
It took me a second.
Yeah, you're like, what the hell is he
tarps
saying?
off. What is
Tarps
that?
off?
Yeah, no. Yeah, maybe if it was a boys' game, if we were all there. Like,
Yeah.
the tarps
Have you
might
seen
been off,
Different.
I don't know if you watched yesterday, but they have a actual tarps off section at
Really?
the race,
At
or
the
is it
race?
Tropicana? Yeah, no,
The
they
Trop.
literally
That's
they
awesome.
literally have a sign that says like tarps off zone or something. Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
Oh, that's so.
There's
funny.
a bunch of white people up there. They're all white. Every
naturally,
person that's
yeah.
taken off their
You
shirt
ever
is
been
white,
to
and
Tampa
that's
Bay?
yeah.
Like, it's a lot of whites.
No, but that's
Now you
just
go
like
to Miami.
that's just like a white frat boy. Fucking, I've had 5 IPAs. I'm gonna go take my shirt off in the upper deck.
Hell yeah! Well, that's all fun. But okay, so the last thing I wanna say before we get out of here,
That's all fun.
Yeah, where's the trunk? I want to see the trunks down section.
the trunks down.
The fucking tarps off, trunks down.
I think they're waiting for you to start the trend.
Yeah, I'll be in jail real quick.
Yeah. Get
He'll be
that
like,
going.
is that a male or a female? We can't tell. Is
Cup
he
check. Cup
is he
check
tucking?
zone.
He's tucking.
He's tucking for sure.
Oh man.
So last
That's
thing
funny.
I want to throw out there, and Matt, I'll pitch this to you first, no pun intended. But do you think this season, do you think the reason Hazen's coming out and saying we have to be buyers is because this is the last stitch effort for Lovullo and Hazen for their jobs?
This is like you. What did you guys start off with? At this point, we're in the exact same place we were in. What's the definition of insanity? You know,
Tallman, you like this one?
Yeah.
What is it?
Continuing to do the same thing over and over
Thank
again and expecting different
results.
Yeah.
Yep. We're it's the same shit every fucking year.
Yeah.
And I get
old.
it. The
getting old.
injury bug. There's some things out of our control as far. It is. I think throwing that out there is you want to kind of light that fire under your team to be like, hey, like if we're at this point, if you guys can kind of, I like you said, it's a lot of pressure to put on them or what. But maybe they need that. Maybe it's kind of we're doing the same thing. The tires are just spinning. We're getting nowhere with this.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing. It's the same couple of names, same manager, different names maybe plugged in here or there, but we're doing the same thing.
Yeah. And I think Alan Aladdin, who was on our stream a week or so ago, brought up a good point where last year, what's different between last year and this year is when asked about like the trade deadline and stuff, Hazen was kind of waffling on it last year and wouldn't really commit one way or the other. And I think at a certain point the team started to see the writing on the wall that things were going south and that they were going to be selling. So it's like, well, if we're not playing for anything, are we gonna really put our whole dick into it? But this year, so maybe it was like strategic for Hazen to be like, oh, we're
Should
going to be
always put it
buyers.
all in.
So if
Feels
Hazen,
better.
if you have the GM or the president come out and be like, oh, we're trying to stay competitive, we're going to get buyers, we're going to get these guys some help,
yeah.
they'll be more invested to be like, okay, we're
100%.
still going to keep trying.
100%.
You know?
If I put in the effort, I know that upper
know,
management
man.
or the front office, if we put out there, if we put it out there, we're going to get it back.
Yeah.
So what the amount of energy, the amount of heart, the amount of time, we're going to get it back from front office if they're seeing the results. They're on board.
Yeah.
They're on board. It's up to us to go and play the games and execute on the field. It's one
And
thing to
keep
write
us
it
in
on
that
paper.
position, yeah.
There's a reason why we played the game. You know, like
we
play the game to win.
To win.
But it is. It's like we could sit there and we could watch, you know, us in a 4-game series. But like you were alluding to earlier, like everybody can win on any given day. You know, when you play a 4-game series,
you absolutely
it's like UFC. Anybody can win. It's a punch. You get
well.
punched.
It depends who's fighting.
Yeah, some people are, but baseball with the 162 games, you can win 1 out of 3.
Yeah, you'll win some that you
2 out of 4.
Yeah.
You split or whatever. So.
Yeah, I don't buy it, man. I don't buy that. Like you're getting paid, so do your fucking job.
Yeah,
you know, and then because there's been that idea of
the
it.
Tape out.
Yeah, there's that idea of they're floating around that I've heard. Where it's like, oh, all the players heard about the setback with Burns, the setback with Pug. And it's just like they're down in the dumps. Oh, the injury to Soroka, to Ryan Nelson. It's like, no, dude. Like, look around in that clubhouse. Who is there?
Yeah, next man up.
Like those are the guys you're going to war with. Like, win. Do everything you can to win. Like, I don't buy that.
All hands on deck.
Oh, pity me. We don't have our best players, so screw it. Let's not even try.
Like, I agree, but it's like, well, how much of that is human nature? Where even if you're trying to put your best
you're right,
forward every day,
because I remember last year I had some of those feelings with Ketel, like because I remember just watching him not show any hustle, not do anything like that. But I haven't seen that
out a little bit.
I haven't seen that as much this season from Ketel. And then you can tell with Perdomo, I mean, he's the leader of that team. We all know that.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody looks to him. And he's been, you can tell he's been hard on himself because of his offensive output this season. It's been subpar. It's not been good. It's not a guy that he had the normal. He had 102, 103 RBIs last season. He's not even close to reaching that this year. So it's like, I mean, I don't care about that shit. It's like, go out there and play your ass off and try to win these games. It's like, and
this is their 5th pitcher. Sorry.
Is it their 5th pitcher?
That's like their 5th fucking pitcher.
Yeah, I don't know if that Sulzer guy was I don't know if they're going with the bullpen game. It looks like.
Oh
yeah.
I don't made it. Well, it's working for him.
Yeah, I don't know if he's a starting. I don't know if he was a relief pitcher. Like I don't know who Sulzer is. Yeah.
Did they have to bring in the lefty to go against Kepler here?
Well, he's a right-hander.
He's righty.
Yeah, he's righty.
But yeah, fellas, I don't know. With the Diamondbacks, I think at this point in the season, there's a lot more questions than answers, and I think July will bring us some clarity on the direction of this team one way or another. And Hazen can come out and say whatever he wants, but you know the players got to go out there and play. And hopefully Fott comes back and he can produce. Hopefully they DFA Pavin and these young guys start to get more comfortable. But those are ongoing conversations that we'll continue to have through the summer, and especially leading into a very interesting offseason where we get to talk about all of this stuff with the MLB more broadly and the Arizona Diamondbacks. But, fellas, we're getting pretty close to time. So, as always, I want to give you each the floor one last time to share any thoughts, baseball, sports, personal life, whatever you got going on. So, we'll start with our special guest. Matt, what you got, man?
It's been fun. It's been fun. I hate these days. There's nothing to watch on TV. The nights.
I thought he meant he hated being.
I know for a second
I was like, I'm not going to game night.
Yeah, yeah, I didn't get the game night invite.
Nobody loves me.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just gonna go home and play video games by myself.
Just have your own game night.
I have my hand.
Yeah, that's every night
with my right hand.
Oh Jesus!
Switch it up. Go lefty today.
God, Mike's never gonna leave us unsupervised again.
Never again. It's cool to dive in to see this. I'm actually curious now because when you guys are talking lockout, it's like, oh shit, like there's some meat and potatoes to this
that heating up.
That's gonna it's gonna get real interesting when you see what gets brought to the table and stuff. I think I'm real curious to see how the player prop thing goes. I think that's
not gonna happen.
I don't think it's gonna happen, but I think what they're doing is they're playing hardball and they're trying to pitch that out there. They're like, hey, we're gonna take a big money maker from you. But yeah, no, it's like always, it's fun to get the call, come out here, fill in some big shoes as always. But no, it's like you said, dog days of summer.
See, you got invited to this.
I did. See, somebody cares about me.
Yeah, that was
not
me.
My own dad.
Yeah, I invited him. His own family couldn't invite him.
No, we collectively invited him.
Whatever.
What are you talking about? Well, me.
But Matt, appreciate you stepping in on short notice. He got the call.
No, nice.
He made the flight. He got out here. So appreciate it, man.
The flight down Hunt Highway.
Yeah, it's nice that he lives closer to the studio than Mike does. But,
look at the beer snake.
Yeah.
Beer snake.
Damn, that's impressive.
That's a lot of beer.
Dude's got a Jalen Brunson jersey on in Tampa Bay. See, that's
Well, that's Florida
Florida's
for you.
New
Dude.
York
They don't
City,
support. Dude, there's like 20 people at that game.
I saw that.
Like,
yeah.
Nobody up
Yeah.
top. They filled the whole bottoms. They closed the top to make it bigger, to make it look more.
That's
filled.
crazy.
U of A night, fucking disgusting.
Yeah, they should get rid of that.
Yeah, that's
That's
gross.
insane.
Nobody go to that. game.
D-backs July 17th having a U of A baseball night.
All right, VSP Tallman, what you got, man? Take us home.
Yeah, so this has been a good time. Let's see what we got. What do we got coming up?
Nothing.
NBA
the
Summer League?
the McGregor
Oh,
fight.
July
McGregor's
10th.
Yeah. Is that
Yeah.
July 10th?
That is July 10th.
Okay, we need to
We'll figure that
arrange something.
Yeah, McGregor fucking.
Because he might
Holloway.
get punched into like serious retirement.
Max Holloway.
Max Holloway.
Max Holloway.
No, okay, so that's gonna be a hell of a fight. I
That
actually
whole
want to
card-
sit
that whole
down.
card's really good.
I want to
Really
sit
good
down and
card.
watch it because last time for the White House fight thing, I watched it on my phone at Red Robin.
You're
Oh
a
my
fucking
God.
loser.
Yeah.
Hurry up! I gotta pee, boys.
All
Okay,
right.
just
I
do it
gotta
right
fuck-
here.
I gotta. Yeah,
Mike,
exactly.
Mike said we get 1 pee per
I didn't go
recording.
Pee. You guys went pee though.
No, he said you're allowed to do it on camera though.
I'm gonna get up and go pee right now.
I'll just blur it
Okay,
out.
anyway.
All right, I'll wrap it up. Give me 60 seconds.
He
here.
could
60
put a
seconds here.
You're good.
he could put a period on it. All right.
Yeah, we'll get him a catheter.
I'm
for
on
the
my
next
period.
one. All right, fellas. Well, this was a very interesting stream. It was not even a stream. It was a recording. Very fun as always, though. And we're going to squeak this in at the end of June for our June recording. This is Heat Check Podcast, baby. We do it once a month in person here in the Valley Sports Plug Studios. Hoping we could expand it at some point, get some more guests in here, and have Matt join us on a regular basis, have 4 mics. But for now, we'll continue to work with what we got. Well, the bigger issue is the interface here.
splitter.
Yeah. So, hey, the more you guys subscribe, the more viewers we get, and we get that revenue, we can reinvest it back into the program here and continue to build this out. But regardless, we appreciate you guys. If you've made it this far in the video, you're a real one, and we appreciate you. Make sure you follow us. All those links in the description below, and subscribe right here on YouTube. But for Mr. T Jr., VSP Tallman, we're going to let him pee. Chris Patrick. I'm Chris Patrick, and we'll see you next time. Peace.